So if you've been hearing all the noises, we set up in the locker space because it was quiet when we got here, but it has changed.
Yeah.
But it's E3. What are you gonna do?
It's part of the experience.
Like there is noise. Welcome to E3.
Yeah.
This is as quiet as this place gets.
Still one of the quietest spots in the
This is the quietest place in the building right now, probably.
Yeah, probably.
But we'll trek on because we played Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu Edition specifically, not Let's Go Eevee. Although I'm remiss to know what the differences are besides the obvious. So I mostly played that. Everybody got a chance to at least handle the what do they call it? The Pokeball?
Pokeball Plus.
Pokeball Plus, which is awful as a name. As a product, it's weirdly effective. So this is a thinned down Pokemon game. I mean, it's Pokemon Go. It's Pokemon Go applied to the exploration of a Pokemon game. Like the combat's Pokemon Go-esque, which it's pretty similar to regular Pokemon. It's probably closer to regular Pokemon than Pokemon Go does. But like catching Pokemon is 100% Pokemon Go. You don't fight wild. You can use bait, and you have a little timing mini game where you throw the Pokeball and you can screw it up and just miss the Pokeball altogether. Like it
yes,
is.
That's what I did. Yes.
It is Pokemon Go. The character interaction is more based in the regular Pokemon world, but you can tell how thinned down this is. Like there's no just wild Pokemon in the grass. They're out there visible. You can see them, which again is a Pokemon Go thing. You know where the wild Pokemon are. You go there and you engage with them. Mm-hmm. It does feel like you are playing a game about playing this game that is about playing the original game.
Yeah, there's some weird mixture of nostalgia and modern stuff. I mean, the visuals themselves look quite nice. I mean, they're not like amazing, but you know, they're very.
I was pleased by that.
I thought it was nicer in person than.
I thought the trainer models looked like up-res GameCube stuff, though. Like the faces, and like they're really, really basic.
Yeah, but the character style, I mean, that is the art style.
Yeah, I think they could have put a little more detail in it. It looked very flat.
I'm not saying it's like high budget type stuff, but it looks better than the screenshots of the video I saw online.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to make $1 billion, though. They could have put a little more effort in.
Yeah.
I mean,
but then they have like old-fashioned animations during the battles. It's like Pikachu does like a scratch attack, and the animation is just like a little hop.
And you see the claw strike go across, or it was a double kick, and you just saw a foot show up twice over the enemy, and it was super effective.
I thought across the board, Pokemon Let's Go seems like a nostalgia play.
Oh yeah, totally.
It's like for people who played the old games back in the late '90s,
and
now they have their own kids, and they want to be able to play what they remember more or less, but with their kids, and it seems like it's really leveraged on that. Like when you catch a Pokemon with the Pokeball Plus controller, you can hold it up to your ear and you can hear it make its sound, which is the old Game Boy.
It makes the click and then it makes the noise.
Yeah, and it makes the little crappy digital kind of sound. Yeah. That's charming. I mean, it's bad, but it's charmingly bad.
Yeah.
You know, so like I get it. I felt like if they, you know, the new like core Pokemon game next year, if they're still doing that kind of stuff, that's a problem. But this feels like a way to get all of that out of their system.
Yeah, I mean,
you know?
Pokemon Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon? Yeah, those were already nostalgia plays. They're like, okay, we're gonna have all these old Pokemon back with Aloha. I mean, this is just. This is almost masturbatory in some ways. It's like you're really pushing this to a point that's maybe too far. But like it's this weird mix of like Pokemon Go when it came out was super nostalgia driven. Like it's a bad game. I don't understand the appeal of it.
I think Pokemon Go is just like too simplistic to really be all that interesting.
Yeah.
And Let's Go seems like
it's a step beyond that.
A little step beyond that, right? Like there's a little more to it than Pokemon Go.
You have character progression as a group, and that's where it comes in.
And you can play it 2-player, you know, which it makes sense with Switch, and I think that makes sense with Pokemon.
Yeah, it's so my takeaway is that like it's meta in a weird way that like Pokemon the trading card game is meta, because it's a game about a game that's an abstraction of another game that they have then folded back into the original game's mechanics. It's really odd, and the fact this franchise has done this twice now is actually kind of upsetting. But
just go play Pokemon Coliseum then.
There you go.
Or XD Gale of Darkness.
XD Gale, the word's edgy.
Oh man, so edgy that you can't catch Pokemon because, or no, you can, but only the ones that have been like possessed by the dark energy.
Yeah, possessed by the devil.
Because they're sick, and you're really not catching them. You're just remediating them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't throw Pokeballs at them. You just cleanse them. And then they join your team.
Now we're talking about
because you can take them from other trainers.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, that's right. You can steal Pokemon that way,
right?
Which is good.
You can take them from the bad trainers.
But you know, I think what you've seen of that game. So all we had is we got to walk around Viridian Forest and fight bugs. But what you've seen of the trailers of that game tells you exactly what it is. Like it is one of the most one-to-one trailer to playing it experiences I've had in a while. I think the Pokeball Plus is a more interesting conversation point because there's a lot of stuff in that thing. You can absolutely play that game one-handed, which is not a great thing to say. You can do it.
Design. I mean, I don't know how you would play it two-handed.
No, I know, but it's like, why do I need to play this game one-handed? Well, you know, do you? But it's 2 buttons. One button launches the menu, and the other button does everything else.
Yeah, and we weren't even allowed to use the menu.
Don't hit the menu button.
In this demo.
Don't hit the menu button.
But yeah, like the main confirm button is clicking in the joystick, which I don't love.
Which is the eye of the Pokeball.
Ooh, I don't love that.
And that that joystick / eye thing is really shallow. So the joystick doesn't have a lot of play in it. And that could be good and it could be bad.
It's about like a Vita stick.
Well, it reminds me of almost like the nub on like the 3DS on the right stick for the...
Oh, it's not that bad, but it's
better than that?
Closest thing I've seen is the Vita joysticks, which are like really short throw. Like it's more than a circle pad. Like there is some height to it, so like you can feel the extension of it, but it doesn't go very far.
Right. And so I found it also felt kind of tight as well. And so like I was having some issues with it a little bit, but like it works. They did it.
Interesting thing I saw from when you were playing it, Mike, is that you got the Pokeball misoriented.
Yeah.
Like you have to hold it so that the white part is kind of in the palm of your hand, the red is up towards your knuckles.
Right.
I guess.
The point is that if you hold it, it doesn't. Right, because it's analog sticks.
Yeah,
because if you hold it the wrong way, up is not going to be up. It's going to be.
But that thing is like a sphere, right? And the only like protrusion, the only like really notable feature on it is. It's supposed to be in the center. No, it's the joystick that's centered under your thumb, so you could very easily spin the whole thing off axis. And then up isn't up anymore.
It's a scenario that you've never run into with the game.
There's no grip on the bottom to tell you where to hold it.
Right, you've never run into that with the gamepad before because gamepads are built around the shape of your hands. This thing is just a sphere. I don't know if I feel very comfortable holding it for long.
It's made for people with hands half our size.
You're right. In fact, I took a picture.
It's for kids.
I took a picture of me using it that I'll put out.
If they did a Pokeball Plus XL, I think that would be more appealing to me. But also, I'm not gonna get this game, and if I did, I would probably play it with a Pro controller because I'm lame.
So I don't know that you can play it with the Pro controller. I think you can play it with the remotes because the catching a Pokemon is a throw motion.
You can still do that with a Pro controller.
They asked us if we want, so they had Pro controllers there.
Yeah.
And our demo choices were the Jesus. The
Emotion Plus.
Yeah, the Emotion Plus.
Yeah, but it's the dongle, not the built-in. Yeah. So you have to plug it in the bottom.
Our choices were the Pokeball Plus. To be fair, that's why I screwed this one up. And the Joy-Con. So they didn't say like, oh, do you want to play it with the Pro controller? Like, do you want Joy-Con? Or do you want the?
I can't wait for the Pokeball Plus to get thrown at a bunch of TVs, and then they have to issue like little rubber condoms.
It's gonna be like the We Have a Problem. So yeah, actually about that, it's got its own strap, which is a little bit different than the normal strap.
Yeah, I thought it was a little more comfortable actually.
And it's got like a little thumb ring, like a little ring you put on too to make sure you don't do that.
You had it on your thumb at first, but
and he's like, no, go on your finger.
On your ring finger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it makes more sense there. Like before you tighten the strap, it looks like it belongs on your thumb. But then once you tighten the strap, it makes sense there.
I forgot that the little ring was on once I started playing.
Yeah,
it was, and I have big fat fingers, and it fit fine.
It's just like, no, we will not have the We Have a Problem equivalent for the Pokeball Go Plus. It just won't happen. It makes noise. It vibrates a lot. Like a lot. It is a functional control thing. It obviously has motion detection to the point where if you throw it wrong, it just goes off to the side and whatever. Or you can overthrow the Pokemon, which I think it'd be cool if that actually had value. Like if it's farther away.
It seemed like it was more based on the timing to me.
It's totally based
on the extent of your motion or the direction.
The timing is about the likelihood of you catching it. Mm-hmm. So in Pokemon Go, it's all on the screen. So it's how you flick it. If you flick it to the side, it goes and you miss. And so that doesn't work super great because that feels really bad. Like I threw this, I missed. Because I would rather it just be a button, but I'm not a target audience here, so I guess what I want doesn't matter.
Yeah, and possibly the motion is optional.
Maybe.
I think you can use the touchscreen at least, because it's on the go.
Oh, good.
Someone said, I think someone asked.
Oh yeah, if you're playing on the Switch screen, that makes sense.
Which makes it's an adaptation of a touchscreen control mechanism. So like, I guess that makes sense. Pokemon Go Plus.
Hey, if you really like Pokemon Go but wished it played more like a full video game and that it costs a lot more money
many times,
yes, then here you go.
Now the good part about the Pokeball Plus that I really liked is that when you throw one, the Pokeball Plus reflects it not just in the vibration and noise, but it lights up just like the TV show with like the different colors, and then it's red, green, and then it goes down, and it's good again. Like as a toy, that thing's really cool.
Yeah, it's a neat device. I don't know that I would want to play the game for long stretches with it, but that thing is cool.
Like I think we'll find some weird alternate use for this thing, like for like Donkey Kong guys.
Yeah, like we can hack it and play other games.
I think 2 or 3 is going to be some other
Dark Souls,
it's a Pokemon game or some other game.
I was thinking it'd be amazing to watch someone try to do like Mario Odyssey with it, which you could probably pretty much do. I mean, you can play that game with with one Joy-Con. So it's not. I mean, it has fewer buttons, but you could probably do a lot of things with it. It's got 2 buttons. Yeah.
What's
actually you just have to click the joystick to jump.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is it's A. What's funny is the game, the Switch seemed to recognize that as a different class of device.
Sure.
So when it was on, like it had its own little weird icon.
Yeah.
Which is nuts.
That thing's cool. I like that you can, store Pokemon in it and then take it with you, keep it in your pocket.
Yeah, it turns into Pokewalker.
Yeah.
It's cool. Like it's a neat idea. It's got some interesting gimmicks to it. I just don't know that it makes me want to use it. Mm-hmm. But just experiencing it, like when it vibrates, it goes pretty hard. Mm-hmm. It's surprising.
It's probably HD Rumble. It's probably the same tech.
Yeah. Oh, it totally is. It feels surprising to use that first time, but I think that wears out pretty quick. Mm-hmm. That's all we were able to play at Nintendo's booth, though. We have another appointment tomorrow, but we were on a 1-hour time limit. In terms of what media we're going to have up from this, no video from Pokemon because the rules on that were nuts. We have a couple rounds of Smash going up, and we have like 20 minutes of Starlink. Like, we got a pretty beefy amount of time on that one.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, as always, impressions will continue to go up on the website, NintendoWorldReport.com. You can look out for videos at the Nintendo World Report TV, NWR TV, whatever. I don't know. They can yell at me about the correct YouTube address for that.
It's NWR TV.
Okay. Yeah, I did it. And of course, we'll have more audio stuff going up. I think there is an RFN recording in an hour, so I'll get to talk to the gentleman and John about what their thoughts were on the Nintendo Direct, and that'll probably go up. Probably if you're hearing this, it's already up. Depends on Guillaume's sleep schedule. So, because
sleep schedule is none.
I ain't doing it this year. And we'll be writing impressions tonight, so you'll have some impressions up for the games we talked about, and as well as the ones we talked about earlier. And I don't know what the other guys have been up to. Maybe they've got some stuff too.
Yeah, as usual, we know the least about what's happening at E3.
Yeah.
While we're here.
Hey, if you see any cool games at E3, message us because we don't know.
I have no idea what's happening on Treehouse Live. They might have shown Metroid Prime 4 at this point. I have no idea.
It's already out.
Oh,
they released it.
Shadow Drop.
Yeah. So they none of us have been to West Hall yet.
I did, but
did you go?
Because I thought Sega was over there and I had to walk all the way back.
Oh no, that's the worst walk of shame.
Yeah.
West Hall or South?
The other hall.
Oh yeah, South. Yeah.
The South. Okay. I guess that's tomorrow. Is my first sojourn to South Hall.
We're already fried. That's how
it's
you
fun.
can read this.
It's fun.
Hey, shout out to the home team.
Yeah, they've been killing it
down. Thanks everybody.
Yep. All right. Well, that's gonna do it for us for today. Well, at least for now. the more audio might happen later. Is that a threat? Who knows? But Mike, Johnny, thank you.
Word up.
Thank you.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Peace.